quick. Hello everyone, this is Take from BIGHEADTACO.com, and I'm here in my living room again doing something that I call quick binge reviews and questions. So what is it? Well, you'll just have to watch and see what happens. So first, sailor strap versus artisan and artist. So people have seen me on my Instagram account and on my videos using these two types of straps. This is sailor strap from Poland, and this is artisan and artist strap from Japan. Sailor strap is made out of nautical rope, so it's a synthetic silk, waterproof, which is great. This artisan and artist is a Japanese, like the same silk they use for kimono, so very soft, very nice feeling, not waterproof. And so the price difference between these two, the sailor strap's about $40 US, and you have to buy it from their website or if there's a distributor in your country. Artisan artists, again, website or buy it from B&H. $40, about 160. There's different lengths, so big price difference. The biggest difference comes down to length. Here I have a butterfly knot on here, so it keeps it short just above my belly button with this butterfly knot. This artisan artist I find is a perfect length for me. They must have used an Asian model, my height, 5'5", but right at my belly button. Eric Kim, he actually even likes the length, and he's about 6 feet tall, and he's taller, so sort of that Asian tourist kind of a look. So I've actually let different people try this strap, and sans the butterfly knot here, it's quite a bit longer than the artisan artist. I'll just show you quickly. So on me, there you go. I won't say it, but you see how far down it goes. Across the body, it's still a little bit too long, but I've had bigger people and taller people try, and they actually like this length. So my conclusion is this is also thicker rope. It's probably hard to tell on screen here, but if you are shooting DSLR and you're bigger, you probably will like the sailor strap, although artisan artist does have longer length rope, but they're not thicker. So this is probably more comfortable with a heavier camera. So I find that on bigger mirrorless or even SLRs, this will probably work out better. And as you saw there, I'll do very quickly, if you do want to shorten this, you just do a figure 8 without having to take the strap off. Figure 8, this is called, I think it's called a butterfly knot. It's a nautical knot, and then you just pull it through, and there you go. So now it's shortened. Again, to me it's a perfect length when I put this knot on here, and it's kind of cool. You can do different types of knots, so if you like knotting things, then this is the way to go. So sailor strap, leather quality is not as nice as the artisan artist. This is only one direction you can put it on, and it just feels like it's stretching already. The artisan and artist is a lot harder. You can put it on either way. Both of them have the same problem on the Fujis. The rings are they're too thick, and they tend not to move around very well. I don't blame either artisan artist or sailor strap, but on Leicas and other cameras they're fine, but on these Fujis the holes seem a little bit smaller. So go to a hardware store, 25 cents, 15 cents, buy the thinner the rings here, and it will work better on your camera. So that's my quick review on these two straps. So that's done. Here I got my wife's pink pen, sailor strap, done. Next, EF X20 flash. Lots of questions about this flash. Will it work on my Leica? Will it work on the people seeing me using it on my RICOH? Yes, it'll work on any camera that has a standard hot shoe, but you can only shoot it in the manual mode, which I actually prefer. So 1:1 power down to 1/64th power based on a guide number of 20 meters. So go to Wiki, figure out how to do guide numbers. It's based on a 28 mil wide, although you can go even wider here. I think up as 21 mil wide. This flash also does TTL on Fuji cameras. I don't recommend TTL, I don't like it. Camera doesn't ever really know what you're trying to do. Shoot in manual, get used to what the power does at what ISO. As well, this is a wireless slave flash. If you buy the kit, it comes with a stand as well as a nice little case for it. But it'll work on any camera with a standard hot shoe, right? So it works. So that is that EF X20 flash. Pentax Q. I love this little thing. Just shot a video with the AJ. One of the things I like about it is the fact that the memory card and batteries are on the side. So if this is mounted on a tripod, which I'm using the A2 camera on the battery and the memory cards on the bottom, and I have it on a tripod plate. So no camera girl behind the camera right now. So you have to take the plate off every time you have to either change the battery or the memory card. So something as small as this, magnesium alloy body, I've had Leica shooters play with this, and the first thing is they immediately impressed by the build quality of this camera. And the fact that it has a larger 1/1.7" sensor, the lenses, this 5-15 standard zoom becomes like a 23-64, so you gain more in the width. So with that fisheye lens they have, which gives you a 160-degree angle of view on the original Pentax Q or the Q10, this thing gives you like a 180, so it becomes difference of almost going from like a 17mm lens to a 14mm. So great build quality lenses, metal mount, so tiny but very well built camera, sensor-based image stabilization. I'll do a separate written review. You saw the review I did with AJ, awesome little camera. So that's done. XQ2 versus X30. The X30 and the XQ2, I love both of them. I've done a lot of reviews, video reviews and written review on this camera, and I just finished doing a quick review. I write for FujiLove magazine, online magazine, so check them out. But I think Fuji should mix these two. Same sensor, same processor, obviously different lenses. This on the X30 is a superior lens, 28-115 equivalent, f2-2.8. This is a 25-100 equivalent, f1.8 to f4.9, so a slower lens, but image quality wise, shooting JPEGs, they look exactly the same to me. This is probably a little bit sharper, wide open, but the sensor is so small that you gain a lot of depth of field, so it's really hard to tell difference. But this is a little bit big and bulky for this sensor size. This is actually about right for a camera of this size, although the Sony RX series is just only a little bit bigger and heavier than this camera. But if Fuji could sort of merge these two cameras and make a high quality subcompact with perhaps a slightly bigger sensor, or if not, do magic with the 2/3 inch sensor and get much better dynamic range and higher resolution. But this market is shrinking, so they've got to do something about these. I love both of them for different reasons. If I had to choose between the two, I would actually pick the XQ2, because if you're shooting with the X100, where's the X100? If you're shooting with the X100, there isn't a huge, I mean, there is quite a bit of a difference, but this is not pocketable, neither is this. So I would rather just shoot with an X100, but to have in your pocket all the time, ready and willing to shoot, XQ2. So that's what I would choose, the XQ2. So that is done. The GR versus X100T. Big question, very little time to answer you. Both, I think this looks sexy, this looks quirky. I've had a guy recently just saw me walking with this, and it happens all the time, and people are just like, what is that? Especially with this limited edition GR with this cool, the lens hood. And I actually often have it with the EF X20 flash, and if you look at it, and I have pictures of it on my Instagram account, I mean, this is just a weird looking camera, so people want to know what it is. But it comes down to shooting style, 28mm equivalent, 35mm equivalent. This has a viewfinder. This takes better pictures, except for black and white. There's something about the GR processing that makes black and whites look almost like, I think Leica probably has the best black and whites coming out of any digital camera. I would say RICOH probably is the next best. But other than that, this is a better camera. If I had to choose, I would pick the GR, although this is the better camera, because as a reviewer, I carry multiple cameras, and I just can't, my own personal camera that I want to carry around, I can't have the bulk and weight, even of a camera of this size, which isn't that big or heavy. But once I remove the hood and the flash, this is easily a pocketable camera, and it has an APS-C size sensor. So between these two, I pick the GR, but that's just for me. So that's done. Film versus digital. This is kind of playful, but if you can afford the film, if you can afford to shoot film, buying the film, processing it, scanning it any of the time, do it. But will you get better pictures? I would argue and say no. All things being equal, if you have two Leicas, one digital, one film, using good film like this or Tri-X, same lenses, I don't think there's a serious advantage to film. With the digital the way it is today, maybe even 5 years ago you could say film is superior, but if you love the process and you have the money, so just like making your own wine, if you could buy it cheaper, Some people still prefer to make their own wine because they just love the process. It just feels involved. So if you love shooting film, the feel of it, the feel of cranking, you know, and shooting, you love processing your own film, you love just the feel and the look of it. So there is a look. You can get it from digital, but you have to do quite a bit to make it look like film, like Tri-X. But if you like the process, that's great. But don't think that you're getting better pictures. You're not. I should say I don't think you are not getting better pictures, just different. But personally, I shoot both. When I shoot film, it's for personal use, and if I shoot digital, it's usually for work or something that I want to showcase very quickly. So film versus digital, XT10 versus XT1. Here you go. Better build quality, weather sealed, superior EVF, bigger buffer, faster. You could do more multiple shots. This one here, much cheaper. The Graphite Silver Edition is hundreds of dollars more expensive. I should have checked. $1,500, $1,400 US versus $800 US, so that's a big difference. But the button feel, because of the weather sealing, the button travel on this is not great, and the shutter feel is not threaded. Where this one here is threaded, button travel is nice, this 4-way controller is nice, everything is where it should be. So price performance, XT10. Same processor, same sensor, with the new firmware update, same autofocus features. So if you can afford this one, get it. But if you're all about the ergonomics and shooting style, I say this feels better. Great backup to this, or get 2 of these for almost the price of 1 of these. So there you go for that one. Rangefinder versus film, SLR. Not enough time to talk about it, but I prefer rangefinder. I love the fact that you're actually not looking through the lens, that there's no sort of blank out when you're at the moment of exposure, which you get on an SLR. The moment that you expose it, you can't actually see what you shot. This you can, but you don't get depth of field, you don't get a lot of things. So in a way you have to imagine you shot more with the rangefinder, but that's kind of the beauty of photography, isn't it? Being creative and imaginative. So I prefer rangefinder style shooting and actual rangefinders, which is why I like the Fujifilm hybrid viewfinder that they have. We're getting close to the end here. Why do I wear 2 watches? Because I like to. And biggest worries before I shoot a video, making sure I don't repeat wearing the same t-shirt, and I want to make sure that my hair is perfect. So that is my quick binge review / questions for you. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna pick a camera here. Here we go. And we will talk to you again soon. If you have more questions, comment down below, and maybe I'll do another one of these videos soon. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Quick.